Hello, I bought a Win 56203i generator. I got this at Lowe's. It's a 2000 watt and I'm going to use it on my RV. Let's see. Cheap little knife I bought. I'd read up about these and a lot of people liked them. It says it's a pretty quiet little generator. So it has an instruction manual. There's a little tool kit. It's got a screwdriver, a wrench, and it's in a Ziploc bag too, which is nice. So you got a spark plug wrench, a screwdriver, and a little open end wrench. And it also has a funnel to fill the oil. Styrofoam. Take that out. Okay, well there it is. Spike, come here Spike, what do you think? Come here Spike, look, new generator. Gonna run the air conditioner with this. So there it is. It has a tag on it because there is no oil in it right now. And on the front panel, there's two 20 amp plugs. It's got the output, overload, and low oil. It's got a 12 volt plug there. Two USBs, a 1 amp and a 2.1 amp. Parallel connections, a circuit breaker, a reset button, and it's got the on, off. This is interesting. When you're, let me show you this. When you start it, you put this over here to on, and then when you want to turn it off, you run it to this position, which will turn off the fuel, and then it'll stop, and you go like that. Or if you just want to stop it without running all the fuel out of the carburetor, you would just turn it to off. But if you pause it there, it'll drain all the fuel out. It's got a eco mode, on and off, and a choke. So that's pretty simple there. And then on the fuel cap, there's a vent for on or open or close. I thought maybe there might have been a filter in there, but I don't see a filter. Spark plug. There's the access for the spark plug right down in there. And the oil. Let's see. There's your oil fill. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to fill the crankcase with oil. I'm going to pull the spark plug out, and I'm going to put a little bit of oil just in the top of the piston. And then with the plug out, I'm going to pull the rope here a few times just to kind of get everything lubed up, and then I'll put some fuel in it, put the spark plug back in it. I'll put fuel in it and start it up and let it run, and I'll break it in as I do that. So that's just the unboxing part, and I'm gonna go out there and start working on getting it to run next. Well, the first thing I did was I pulled off the cover here, and my hand was too big. She reached in here and she pulled off the spark plug cable. So there's the spark plug, and I got the wrench here, and I'm going to take the spark plug out. It's really tough with the hands. Okay. And there's the plug. It's a Torch brand E5T, and I don't know if you can see the gap or not. I don't know what the gap's supposed to be, but it's got a little bit of a gap, so it looks okay, I guess. Put that there. I've got the crankcase holds 17 ounces, so I figured the easiest way to put 17 ounces in it is to put it in a water bottle that holds 16.9 ounces. So that should be right on the amount needed. I've just got some 30 weight oil, and I'm just gonna see if I can just drip. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna put just a. Well, first I'm gonna put the oil in the crankcase. Let me get that done first. So here's the crankcase fill. Take that out and put this in here. Now this should hold all this oil, because it's supposed to hold 17 ounces. And I'm pretty trusting on this. I didn't even check it. It's kind of windy out. See how windy it is? Wow. Okay, so I'm going to take that out, and I'm just going to set that in the spark plug hole for the time being. Okay. Okay, and there I can see the oil. So that looks good. So I'm going to consider that full. So I can see the oil right where it belongs. And I'm just going to drop a little more of this oil in the crankcase. I mean in the spark plug. Just a couple drops there. Okay. And that's the only oil I could find. It was just some straight 30 weight STP oil. It's SA30, regular, not synthetic. Okay, so now I'm going to take this tag off because I know that the oil is in there. Okay, there we go. I got the lid on, and I'm just going to pull this. It pulls nice and easy because there's no compression because the spark plug's out. That's just going to get a little, hopefully some of that oil on the walls of the cylinder. Okay, now I'm going to put the plug back in, hopefully. I might have to have my wife do this. Okay, that looks good. And I'll put the spark plug cable back on. Okay, that's secured. And I'll just put this back on. I'll leave that off, but we can put that one on. Next thing I gotta do is put some fuel in it. Bought a new gas can. I hate these type of lids, but government for you. This is a brand new one to me. It actually worked pretty nice, this gas can. This gas can's got the no spill. The button makes it easier. It is nice. You just push that button, which instead of having to have the other crud that you have to do, some of them. But anyway, that's a whole other story. On the gas cap, there's two positions. There's an off and an on. So we're going to have it in the on mode. It just felt funny. Okay, so now to start it, I'm going to have the eco off. I'll pull the choke out. I'm going to turn it to on. There's nothing plugged into it. Let's just see. Bit of smoke, but I put oil in the cylinder. And there it is. And I'm gonna put it in eco mode, and I'm gonna let it run for 1 hour with no load on it. And then I'll turn it off. I'm gonna change the oil again, put some more 30 weight, fresh 30 weight in it, and then I'll run it again for another hour with no load on it. I'll change the oil again. Don't really need to, but oh, I forgot something. I bought a different oil plug.
Going to get his magnetic oil plug.
I bought this other oil plug. It's supposed to have a magnet on it. Boy, the wind's really picking up out here.
You do this, put that there while you're changing that, okay?
Yeah. Okay. I bought this other plug. It's got a magnet in it, which should attract any loose metals, filings that come out in the engine. Okay, so now we'll just go ahead and start it back up again. Turn it to run, turn the eco off. Okay, there we go, so I'm gonna let it run. And that's how quiet it is. It's pretty quiet. I'm 25 feet away from the generator right now, and this is my cell phone meter. And it's windy out, so you'll see some really high wind bursts, but I'll be quiet for a second and see what it says. Okay, so that's like 24 dB. Now, it's facing away from us, the exhaust part, so I'm going to go turn the exhaust port around and face the port. So now the exhaust is aimed at us. And it's really windy out too. I mean, you can see my flagpole. See the flag? That's how windy it is. So that's it. Let's just get a little bit closer. Okay, now I'm about 10 foot away from it.
About 52, 53.
Yeah. Yeah, so right there, so like right at it, it's like 70, 10 foot away, 52 or so. And I say it's windy out, so that's making it hard to really measure this. But when you're 25 feet away, even with the exhaust aimed at you, it's still pretty quiet. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like when I get a load on it. But for the meantime, we're just gonna let it run for another 50 minutes. Alright, well, it's run for an hour, so I'm going to turn it off. And I just shut it off. I didn't do the turn it off and let it run out of fuel because I'm going to start it again later. But it's getting kind of cold out and it's rainy out, so I'm going to finish the braking tomorrow in the daytime, which is kind of blah out right now.
This is a very cold, very, very cold 43 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's getting dark.
Yeah, it's cold and it's raining, so we're going to finish this tomorrow.
Kind of yucky out.
We're just going to put it right here.
There's water coming down on the sidewalk. Maybe snow, who knows?
Yeah, it's supposed to be snowing soon. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Nasty. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this up.
Okay. We'll
Okay.
open it later.
Yeah.
Just leave it as it is.
Uh-huh. So we're going to put that right
Let's
here.
go. Let's go inside. It's cold.
Yeah.
We've put a jacket on Spike, and he doesn't like the jacket. He's feeling a little traumatized. He won't even come out. Spike! Where are you, buddy? Spike? There's Spike. Spike does not like wearing his jacket. So we'll take it off since you're inside, but if you were going outside, you had to wear that, buddy. Just looking out for your little Chihuahua thin fur.